What's up everyone, David here. Wow, okay, I woke up today and a lot of people sent me something very interesting actually. Of course, I'm sure you guys saw it by now. I'm a bit late, unfortunately. It's Sunday, it's a bit harder for me to pump out news episodes super fast, but here we are. The news is a new participant has been added to the list of publishers that are going to be at E3 2021. Turns out I was right. Sega is scheduled to be at E3 2021, so that's freaking exciting. There's a lot of things that I think we can see, and today I'm here to explain why I'm not surprised that they're at the show, and to give you my predictions of what I think we will see at E3 for Sega and also Atlus, because if you don't know, Sega owns Atlus, which means that if Sega's on the schedule and not Atlus, it's all good. It's all good. Alright, so let's jump right into it and see what we can expect. Now, of course, I'll talk about Atlus stuff. We'll keep that for the end of the video because I want to start with Sega stuff. What could we see for Sega? And there's a couple of things that I would like to see and also some things that I think we could see. So basically, Sega first. What could we see from Sega? Let's start with something that I think is kind of likely. Now, Sega, something that's likely, I would say we're going to see the sequel to Judgment. Judgment, if you don't know, is a spin-off series, you could say, from the Yakuza series. Kind of different, but has very similar elements. Judgment Day is actually coming in over 15 days from now, actually, and it's been teased numerous times. There's been a lot of rumors. I do think there's going to be a sequel to Judgment, which is hype. Judgment is a very good game. The remastered just came out last Friday on PS5 and Xbox Series systems, so that's super exciting. I think they're going to show the sequel at Judgment Day. Plus, I think we'll see a lot more about this sequel, which is probably coming by the end of the year. We're going to see a lot more probably at E3, I would say. Sequel to Judgment is going to be releasing on Steam, Xbox Series of Systems, and the PlayStation 5, I would assume. I don't think we're going to get a Switch version or anything because those games are like very demanding, running on the Dragon Engine. Dragon Engine is very poorly optimized. Now, it is running pretty well nowadays, but I don't think the Switch can handle the Dragon Engine, to be honest, especially since like Yakuza Kiwami 2 and Yakuza 6, they're both running on the Dragon Engine, and they were kind of struggling on base PS4 and base Xbox, so can't really see it when it comes to Switch. But I think the Judgment sequel is absolutely something that we can expect from Sega at E3 2021. Now, what else? Something that I would really like to see, but I don't know if it's super likely, is a small game that Sega put a lot of money and effort into that unfortunately didn't sell that well. Of course, I'm talking here about Sakura Wars 2020. The game came out in 2019 in Japan and came out in 2020 exclusively on the PlayStation 4 in the West. The reception to the game was okay. Some big fans of the Sakura Tyson series enjoyed it. I know I did. But the reception was not that great, so I think they could change a little few things, like do it like a definitive edition of the game or something like that, and port it to more systems. I think they could port this game to the Switch. I think they could port this game to Steam, to PC, so to the Xbox as well. So I think this is a game that would benefit from a port, if possible, to newer systems. Well, to other systems than the PlayStation 4. I think it would benefit, and it would give the game a second chance, especially since they put a lot of money and effort into the game. It needs to sell a bit more. And I think multi-platform releases, we know Sega wants to put their games on multiple systems. I think it's kind of likely to happen, but will we see that at E3? I'm not too sure. Same thing for a game like 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim. We know that they're happy with the sales. The game topped 400k copies sold worldwide a month ago, actually. So will they bring this game to other systems like the Switch, like Steam? I would like that, and I think it would benefit from that, but don't know how likely it is for a multi-platform release of this game, unfortunately. I think Sakura was a bit more likely just because of circumstances surrounding it. Now, one other game that I know you guys, a lot of people actually are highly anticipating what's next for the series is, of course, Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic, it's been a while. We got Sonic Mania and Sonic Forces, I think in 2019, or was it 2018? I'm not the biggest Sonic fan, so I'm not too sure, and I don't really want to predict specific things, but I think it's time for Sonic to make a comeback, especially with all the news coming out recently about the sequel to the movie. I think they would absolutely benefit from a new Sonic game, especially since they've probably been working on it for a long time now. So E3 2021, lots of eyes on the show. I think it's a good place for Sonic to make its big comeback. I don't want to predict what Sonic, in what way Sonic will come back. I know personally I would like to see either a new Sonic Rider or like a Sonic Adventure 2 and Sonic Adventure 1 like dual pack. That would be super cool on modern system, to be honest. But again, don't know how likely that is. I know there's some Sonic content creators that are gonna let me know like, hey, you're dumb, that's impossible. I don't know, but I think Sonic needs to make a comeback, and I think E3 2021 is a good place. Now, speaking of something else that should make a comeback, that should appear at E3 2021, and man, fingers crossed for this one. I think that would be very dope if we would see Yakuza in any shape or form. Yakuza Like a Dragon was a big change for the series. Obviously, they went from an action-based combat system to a turn-based combat system. Very good change in my opinion. Like a Dragon was awesome. We know that Ichiban Kasuga is going to come back in another game. Is it going to be shown at this E3? Possibly. Like a Dragon, or should I say Yakuza 7, came out in Japan in 2019. So 2 years already. Are we ready to see the new game, the sequel? The sequel to Judgment is probably coming too. So personally, I'm not seeing it. I don't think we'll get Yakuza 8 or the Yakuza Like a Dragon sequel, however you want to call it. I don't think that's an E3 2021 game. Now, what I think they would do is something that we know, the producer of the series and director of the Yakuza series, they've said that multiple times. I think we could get some of the games that have never been localized in the West. I think that could be dope. They could do just a remaster of the older games from the Yakuza series, and they could release it on multiple systems. I think ports of like the PSP games, the PS3 games that we didn't get, I think those would be really dope. And now that the Yakuza series is more popular than ever, I think now is a good moment to bring those games to the West. Back in the day, I think it was a good move to keep those games Japanese exclusive because Yakuza wasn't that big. But now that we got Yakuza 0, we know that with Yakuza 0 there was a massive spike in popularity for the series. I think they would benefit from porting and localizing those games that we never got, bring them to newer system, release them in Japan, release them in the West, and that would be fantastic. Plus, it wouldn't get overshadowed by Judgment, the sequel, because it's very different. Yakuza 8, it would kind of interfere with Judgment, I would say. It could work, but I think an older port localized would be dope. There's a lot of Yakuza games that we never got in the West, so that would be freaking exciting, and this is what I'm hoping for. And I also think it makes a lot of sense. So hopefully we'll see Yakuza in any type of way, shape, or form at E3 2021. Now, you guys are here for one reason and one reason only. You want to hear my thoughts on Atlus. I know. But I'm also a Sega fan, so I had to talk about those little things. Atlus. What can we see from Atlus? The first thing that I think we will see, and that you guys want to see, and that I want to see, and that we all want to see, is of course Shin Megami Tensei 5. I think Shin Megami Tensei 5 being a 2021 release is going to be at E3. And I'm also going to say, because I know some of you are 2022 gang, I think, and I'm pretty sure that even if SMT5 gets delayed, we'll still see it at E3. I think if SMT5 gets delayed, we get a new trailer in the vein of the July 20th, 2020 trailer that we got. Small CG trailer, no gameplay, no specific release date except 2022. If it's delayed, I think that's what we'll get. If it's not delayed, I think we see a gameplay trailer. If we go all the way back to 2013, there was a gameplay trailer for Shin Megami Tensei 4 shown at Nintendo's show at E3. If the game is still 2021, this is exactly the type of trailer that we will see, but for Shin Megami Tensei 5. And you can quote me on that. I'm pretty sure this is what's gonna happen if the game is still 2021. We'll get the exact same trailer. Couple of story tidbits, couple of story segments. We see the exploration, we see the combat, we see the beautiful Unreal Engine models and all of that. Freaking hype. We hear the music. 2021. Here's the date. November. Hype. I think that's possible. I think we are going to see that at Nintendo's show, obviously. And other than Shin Megami Tensei 5, to be honest, guys, I think Sega would have benefited from saying that Atlus is at the show too. Because Atlus is so big that they know they're going to get more eyes on the show if they also put Atlus on the schedule. They're not. So for that reason, I think the only Atlus game that we will see at E3 is Shin Megami Tensei 5. There's also another thing that I wanted to point out, being the 25th anniversary of the Persona series. Not much is in the works right now. Obviously, we've never heard Atlus acknowledge the 25th anniversary yet, except at the end of last year when they said that, hey, next year's the 25th, you can expect big things. For now, we're almost in May, nothing. So here's what I expect. E3, nothing from Atlus, other than Shin Megami Tensei 5, nothing from the Persona series. I'm not done here. Something else is happening at the same time as E3. If you've been following my channel for a while, you know that I am expecting a Persona 3 Steam port revealed at PC Gamer Show, which is happening on June 13th, I think. At the same time as E3, it's one of those days. It's either 12, 13, 14, something like that. But at PC Gamer Show, this is where they revealed Persona 4 Golden on Steam last year. I think that we're gonna get Persona 3 this year revealed for Steam at PC Gamer Show. I don't think Persona is going to be at E3, but I expect something else. I expect, if you guys follow the news, if you guys follow all the news outlet that covers Persona, if you follow guys like me, if you follow Atlus on social medias and stuff like that, you know that they've been replaying and restreaming older Persona concerts. They've been restreaming concerts from 2017, 2019 as well, the last concert that we got from Persona where they announced Royal and Strikers. They've been restreaming those events, and I think there's a reason for that. That's right, I think we are going to get very soon a Persona 25th anniversary concert. I think this is happening, and I think they'll show music from the Persona series as they always do. They'll perform music, and it's going to be freaking exciting, really fun show. And I also think they're going to keep the tradition rolling, and they are going to have announcements at this show. Announcements, should I say. The one thing that I think is time for, and would make sense at a concert, is Persona 4 Golden coming to modern consoles. That's right, Persona 4 Golden was re-released on Steam. It did fantastically, nothing less. And the Switch and the PlayStation 4, 5, they would like to have the game on. Same thing for Xbox. I think Xbox has the money to get Persona on their system. Atlus obviously loves money, we all know that. I think we are going to get Persona 4 Golden on modern systems, and I think a good place to show this would be at a Persona 25th anniversary concert. I think it makes a lot of sense. In my mind, everything's clear. I feel like it makes a ton of sense, but nothing's been confirmed for me. I'm just basing this theory on the fact that they have been restreaming all the older concerts, and they never do that. I think it's part of the celebration of the 25th anniversary, and Persona 4 Golden is a good game that they could bring to modern systems that would do extremely well. Hell, they couldn't even go as far as to tease Persona 6 in that concert. Just a small little teaser. Obviously, no release date, no characters. You know, the infamous teaser that we got for Persona 5 all the way back in, I think, 2012. The 5 chairs, red screen, Persona 5 is now in development. Something like that could be shown as well for the 25th anniversary of the Persona series during this concert. They've been hyping up this anniversary, and 5 months in 2021, nothing. So I think they could absolutely go in with a bang and a brand new concert, giving us a lot of news for Persona. I think a lot of people would be hyped for that, 100%. So this is it, guys, for my predictions for E3 2021. If you guys don't know, if you haven't seen on the community page, I did post that due to the massive support that we got on the channel recently, you guys watching the videos, sharing the video, liking the video, commenting on all my videos, I've been doing super well. And luckily for me and you guys, I was able to take the week of E3 off, which means that I will be 100% dedicated to E3 2021. I'm not working at a regular full-time job during this week. I will be here on my desk, ready to cover everything Sega and Atlus. Plus, we are going to be streaming all the events, or almost all the interesting events. So it's going to be really exciting. Don't forget, guys, ring the little bell icon if you have not already to get notified every single time that I upload or that I go live to not miss anything when it comes to news on Sega and Atlus. And if you're new to the channel, obviously subscribe if you enjoy what you're listening to. And as always, a like helps a lot. Keep it up with the support. You guys are awesome. We just reached 3,000 subscribers on the channel, which is crazy to me. So thank you guys so much for the support. Thank you for watching, and please drop your predictions down below for E3 when it comes to Sega and Atlus. What are we gonna see? Am I crazy with my predictions? Do I make sense? Do you agree with everything? Do you disagree with something? Drop a comment below and let me know. As always, I'll read all of them. Thank you all so much for watching. See you next time. Bye.